Some would say it's a divided time in our nation. With a 24-hour news cycle, online hate speech, there's no question there's a gap in understanding between right and left. But can an event like Politicon bring both sides of the aisle together? Controversial panels.
I want as many liberals having as many abortions as quickly as possible.
Out-of-the-box costumes with a political tie or message. Even the sale of jackets mocking First Lady Melania Trump, similar to the one she wore as a smear campaign against the mainstream media. People from both sides were able to freely show off their sometimes hidden political beliefs. Marie Paris was able to do just that. A French immigrant, Paris proudly shredded her red, white, and blue dress. But if you look closely, it says "Make France Great Again," something she says was touted in France's recent election.
They used the sentence "Make France Great Again." Both of them wanted to make France great again. And that was taken after President Trump. It's actually going back to respecting the culture, respecting our country, our constitution, the freedom of expression.
Paris says while she felt safe sharing her conservative pro-Trump beliefs at Politicon, she says it's not something that she can always do in public these days.
I would feel unsafe if I go outside and just walk, and that's not okay, because we want, there's no reason for violence.
But violence is unfortunately something many Americans are not only witnessing, but experiencing firsthand.
Look at Antifa. Look at what they do to the people that go rally. They pepper spray them. They'll throw urine at them. And these are things that I've been a part of that's happened to me.
Omar Navarro says he's received his share of threats for being an avid Trump supporter.
Republicans they don't have the free speech here in Los Angeles. I mean, if you wear a hat, you're more likely to get attacked, get harassed, and even get kicked out of restaurants.
Philip Scott says he's not happy with either party at the moment.
We should only vote, in my opinion, what's going to be in our interest. So if someone's on the right can give us a concrete policy they can put on their website in writing, in my opinion, then maybe we can go there, or if someone's on the left or whatever position they own. But we need to make sure we get something out of the deal, because African Americans have been screwed for the past 60 years.
But James Wood Jr. believes that a compromise is in sight.
We are focused on the issue of polarization.
Better Angels, created after the 2016 elections, holds red and blue workshops empowering those on the right and left to share their personal experiences and how it intertwines into their political beliefs.
It allows people who participate in this process to really get a sense of who the other people are as human beings, to restore a sense of trust and even empathy.
Mark Bua says one of Politicon's attractions was hearing the entire story from both sides during the panels, something you don't always get when watching the news.
To be there firsthand and to hear the questions and to see the people that are involved in politics and the people the propaganda that's involved and both sides of it.
Are you surprised seeing any Trump supporters here in LA?
I know they're everywhere. They're just not as open about it being in public.
And according to Woods Jr., from what he's seen in his workshops, there's more common ground among Americans than we realize. It's just not something that many can see.
Figure out a way to either work together on it or to be forgiving and understanding towards each other if we're just going to have to agree to disagree. And that's really the victory that I think the movement to depolarize America is really seeking to achieve.
And while opinions may not have changed, for the most part, it was still a safe place for people to express them. In Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.